bore the title of father, but in the suffocating shadows of that house, he became something incomprehensible, forever burying the innocent voice of a 5-year-old child in an unsettling, dead quiet.
I'm hearing voices.
You know, Daddy would never hurt him. I didn't know you were so in a bad state like that. Thought you were okay.
This is the last known audio recording of 5-year-old Jax Ponomarenko, shortly before one of the most brutal and horrifying child murders Ohio investigators have seen. But when the killer turns out to be the boy's own father, police must determine why this unthinkable tragedy occurred.
It's one of those you're hoping it's just one of those, you know? Yep. I saw the blood on the wall, I knew it wasn't.
I've been hearing voices since I was a kid.
Right, and what do they say?
I was killed.
On the afternoon of the 25th of March, 2021, a disturbing call comes in to 911 in Parma, Ohio.
911, what's the address to your emergency? Tell me exactly what happened.
I just killed my son.
What do you mean you just killed your son?
I'm hearing voices.
Oh, okay. How old's your son?
6.
Where's your son now?
He's dead.
Dead where?
In the living room.
Do you have any weapons?
Can you just send in cops?
Yeah, we're doing that now. What's your name?
Jax Ponomarenko.
I have a male subject on the phone stating he killed his 6-year-old son.
We're still getting further from our caller. And you said you're hearing voices?
Yes.
Alright, how did you kill your son?
With a baseball bat.
You killed him with a baseball bat?
Mm-hmm.
And why did you kill him with a baseball bat?
I don't know.
Driving blind into the suffocating gloom, Parma police officers navigated the silent streets toward an unknown horror, their hands hovering over their weapons as adrenaline spiked in the heavy air. Every second stretched unnaturally long as they were rolling straight into an unseen abyss, completely unaware of the visceral, sickening nightmare waiting for them just beyond the threshold.
So you can step out.
Okay, we'll verify, dude. Get up for me. Sure, keep your hands up in the air.
Okay.
Hands out your pockets! Hands out your pockets! Hands out your pockets!
Yep.
Hey, sir! On the ground! Get on the ground now! I got less lethal! Get my pocket! Get down!
As police takes 31-year-old Matt Ponomarenko into custody, other family members begin getting word that something has happened.
Something that the police just busted into the house. Is there any way you could tell me what is going on? I'm on my way right now.
Okay, hold on just a minute. How are you related?
I am the grandmother. I am a guardian. I've had for over 2 years.
Okay, hold on just a minute, okay?
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Okay, just try to relax. I don't want you to get in an accident.
What is the fate of her grandson that pushes the officers to face the scene of unforgettable brutality?
It's the front seat. Oh, police! Child down, living room.
Jesus Christ. Blood all over the place. Oh, there's a kid here. Oh my God.
Tom, watch the wall. Yeah, there's blood all over it. Splatter.
Who's inside? Right.
No, don't go in.
Don't go?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, we got a kid down in the living room.
It doesn't matter.
The kid's unsafe.
Officers were met with a scene of absolute carnage, blood painted across the walls, dripping from the ceiling and pooling deep into the floorboards. In the center of the gore lay the small, broken form of 5-year-old Jax Ponomarenko. brutal violence inflicted upon him was so extreme that responding officers were left traumatized, noting in their logs that his face and skull had been crushed beyond human recognition, erasing every trace of the little boy he had been moments before.
You have anything on you, man?
No.
No. Just face the car, partner.
Apparently my son had killed my grandson. Can't handle it. He's clumsy. I don't know what to do with him.
The unspeakable horror of that room never left the ones who saw it. A terrifying, permanent scar burned into the minds of the officers who stood over Jax's broken body.
The kid's head is completely full off. You don't need to go in there. Okay. I know. I saw my own voice. I don't worry.
It's just one of those, you're hoping it's just one of those, you know?
Yep.
I saw the blood and all, I knew it wasn't. It'd be so sensitive to like king calls around, you know?
Yeah.
This kid died.
Police find the instrument of destruction, a 29-incher aluminum baseball bat, lying beside the victim. Matt himself is transported for medical evaluation and then jail, where one of his first conversations is with his distraught mother.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Oh, Matt. Yeah. What happened? Oh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know you did. That wasn't that you, Matt. That wasn't that you. And that you, the point is, whatever was controlling you, let you do it. You loved that little boy. You loved him. You loved him. You were his world. He was your world.
I thought this ain't real.
It's real, Matt.
This is real.
This is real, and it's the worst real nightmare ever.
Ain't that?
I know. I know.
That's not okay.
I know.
I did that.
I know.
That's not okay.
No, it's not okay, Matt. But you didn't do that. Whoever did that, do you remember any?
For Matt, the home he shared with his mother had become a silent crimson-stained tomb, a brutal murder scene waiting in the shadows. Now, trapped in the cold air of an interrogation room, investigators lean in desperate for answers. But as Matt opens his mouth to speak, the air grows impossibly thin, teetering on the edge of an unbearable truth he is about to unleash.
Alright, Matt. Do you know why you're here? Okay. What happened yesterday, at the beginning of the day?
I've been out of my mind the last 3 months.
Okay.
I stopped taking all my medications. The psych ward pulled me off all my medications.
Okay.
I told my mom about 3 months ago that I wasn't feeling right. I was fine and normal. I sit in my room and stuff. You could ask my mom. I was like cool. I was like smoking my weed and stuff, and I was taking my Suboxone, and then as soon as I got off my Suboxone, I got all weird, and I just want to get help.
I know you do. We're gonna get you the help.
You guys aren't gonna help me.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because I'm gonna be in prison the rest of my life.
Getting to the truth of this horrific episode will require not only talking to Matt, but also those who know him best, like Jax, his maternal grandparents, Janice and John.
Some of the medication helps my bipolar too. Yeah. He's been in and out of institutions. He was released last week from Oakview. I guess he started hallucinating and his mom took him to Oakview.
Discussions of Matt's psychiatric history also dominate his recorded phone calls from jail.
Mom woke up at 4 a.m. and she heard you talking in the kitchen, and she thought you were on the phone. Because she's like, who the hell is he talking to at 4 a.m.? And you're talking to no one at the kitchen sink.
Right. Have you ever seen Matthew Bob?
No. No. Not at all. He loved it one week. That was his life.
And he didn't see this coming at all.
Following his arrest and tasing, Matt was taken to the hospital for evaluation. While there, he addressed the chilling claim made in the 911 call that he was hearing voices.
What are the voices in there that say? I've been hearing voices. Right, and what did they say? I was killed. Have you ever tried to hurt yourself before? Yeah.
According to Matt, a dark, volatile storm had been quietly gathering inside him for years. An internal torment that grew heavier, sharper, and more unmanageable with every passing day, until it finally shattered everything in its path.
I never used to feel like this. Never.
When did you start having kind of like mental issues? About 3 years ago?
When I was a little kid, you know.
His long-term relationship with Jax's mother, Sam, was the only thin line holding back the darkness within him. Yet, even through the guise of normalcy, she caught chilling glimpses of the sinister shadow lurking just beneath his surface.
He's always had some mental issues, and like his family would always say that I was his like savior. He had an episode before we were out of it together. He jumped out of a 4-story building. He tried to like a couple months before we started dating. He blamed out his ex-girlfriend. That's why he jumped out. She was driving him crazy, blah blah blah. And when he gets into these psychoses, he like feels like he's floating above his body. He's explained it to me in a normal sense. He was, I'm floating above my body. I have no control of what's going on. And you can see it in his eyes.
This has happened where you've actually been there when he had one of these?
Well, I got woken up to him butt naked in the living room, talking about the purge, screaming at the top of his lungs, the purge, and the purge, and he was singing the national anthem. So I tried to get out of the house, and it was, if you take my son, I'm gonna kill you.
Police records reveal a haunting glimpse into his unraveling mind from years past. Officers discovered Matt running completely naked through the dark neighborhood streets, having abandoned his terrified 2-year-old son in the middle of the road. That night of bizarre, unhinged behavior ended in a conviction for child endangerment euro, our ominous warning sign of the darkness, taking root long before the final tragedy occurred.
And flying down the road, and I thought there was a dead deer on the road, so I swerved to go out of the way, and went up into a tree lawn, because I was only 50 because I was washed, and there was Matt butt naked in the middle of the road. Matt ended up in the psych ward for 3 weeks.
Yet beneath the fractured psyche and the diagnosed madness lay something far more sinister. As both Matt and Sam confess, mental illness was merely the surface, the volatile catalyst stirring a deeper, darker core that had finally clawed its way to the light. In the chilling silence of the interrogation, the true catalyst begins to uncoil. A terrifying convergence of unhinged psychopathy and a deliberate, horrific intent aimed straight at the helpless 5-year-old. The nightmare wasn't just a mind losing control, it was something far more calculating, waiting for its moment to strike.
What happened with that?
She got so bad and I was going.
Me and Matt we were heroin addicts, and then he ended up having like knee surgery, and ended up doing a lot of perks, and it started there. So we started using Percocet. We were drinking for his birthday, and one of his friends was like, I need a meth. And this is where like I first seen Matt's flip side, where like kind of what I think happened there. This past time, when I went in treatment in 2020, that's when it was like done.
Over the years, Matt was diagnosed with severe opiate and alcohol dependencies, culminating in a bipolar diagnosis in 2019 that led Sam's mother to take legal guardianship of Jax. Yet, despite his deep troubles, Sam insists Matt was always a loving father, supported by a family whose endless devotion to him remained unwavering, even as the darkness deepened.
No matter what you did, it wasn't you, brother. So get over it. It's a little bump in the road. Excuse my French. It's a bump in the road. You loved him. You would never do that. You just snapped. That's it. Big deal.
Matt, can you tell me what happened yesterday? Matt, do you remember calling 911?
No.
what happened in that house?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you have anything in there? Can you picture anything?
In my head? No, I'm just emotionless and just nothing.
Okay. If I played you the 911 recording, do you think it would help you remember? Yeah.
I just killed my son. What do you mean you just killed your son? From hearing voices. Oh, okay. How old is your son?
Do you remember that, Matt? Do you remember making that call?
You can tell you were still listening to the voices. Just going, Matt.
How was you able to listen to it?
Because it's public record, so of course it got released. Really, you defended your truth even in the call. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you said.
Yeah.
Is you said, I'm hearing voices, and then you're breathing really, really heavy. And then she's saying, you said you heard voices? And you're like, yes. And then she's going, Matt, and you're not responding.
When did you kill your son? Matt?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
I'm shaking.
I understand. When did this happen? When did this happen? Matt, you still there with me? Matt?
If you did emotionally, why would you even call for help?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you run? You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the police coming to your house yesterday?
Yeah, I remember the cops in there.
Okay. What happened when the cops got there?
Just a lot of them.
Okay. And what happened?
I got tased,
Okay.
tased.
So you got tased yesterday? Okay. Why'd you get tased?
Cause I was putting my hand in my pocket.
In my pocket!
You really just waited outside for help. I don't understand why you got tased. You didn't resist arrest. You know, I know they were scared, so you don't tase someone. Just put your gun down if you're afraid. Just don't use it, you know?
Yeah.
But the detective wants to know what happened before police were called in the hours, where Matt was trusted to stay home alone with his sons.
Do you remember, Janice dropping Jack?
No.
You dropped with Matt at the Russell Address at about noon. Okay. Their appointment is 1:45. Okay. So when you went to drop off, Matt was already outside of the front door, or the front. He was outside. Okay. And his demeanor was? Seemed fine. Okay.
Like I said, I got a car and talked to him.
Janice says she detected nothing strange about her interaction with Matt until later.
And I asked Matt, you know, how it's doing. He says he's doing great. And then I said, asked him about, did they give him the boxes? And he said, yes, they did. So I figured he would see the psychiatrist Tuesday. But come to find out from his mom, he lied to me.
Well, Tuesday night you missed your doctor's appointment, and you were already confused. So you told Mom you missed your Uber, and then you told me you didn't go, and you didn't know why, and you told Janice you went.
Were you having these thoughts, Matt? Were you having these thoughts before Janice dropped him off? No.
As the interrogation intensified, the suffocating silence in the room fractured, forcing the sinister reality out of the shadows and revealing a truth far more horrifying than anyone dared to imagine.
We are trying to improve his speech.
Do they specialize in autism?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a few months ago, we got him, it's like a speech generating device, so it's an iPad that has
I pulled like 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah.
Devices.
They're awesome. And it's like, he had the word, but that was an extra, and then like, it says that I want chips, he'd like chips after, I'm like, sweet, you know?
There was only an hour and a half before the therapist was going to get there.
Do you remember you texted Jack on therapist, and you told her to, you know, don't bother coming today. You know, I'm just sick as. Do you remember giving her a text that said that? No. When you sent that text at 12:38. Janice dropped off about 12 and left you at about 12:10. So in between that, we're talking about, 28 minutes? In that 28 minutes, kind
remember not feeling right.
Matt, important question. Did this happen before or after you canceled the appointment with Jacqueline?
After?
It happened after you canceled with Jacqueline? So why did you cancel with Jacqueline?
So I wasn't feeling good.
After he texted me at 12:38 and said, you don't have to come some second, what he said. He tried calling me at 12:56 and the iPhone cut off your voicemail at like 3 minutes, so it ended up just hanging up on him.
Wait.
Yeah. And I can hear it in the background, so I know he was alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that accidental recording, the soft, innocent sound of Jax playing echoes through the phone. A tiny, happy life filling the background with sweet, everyday warmth. There is no tremor in his laugh, no shadow in his voice, and absolutely no warning that in less than an hour his entire world would be shattered forever, stealing away a future that had barely even begun.
Were you guys playing any games or anything like that? I noticed he had a tablet that he was using.
He always got his tablets.
Okay. Were you working on the tablet with him at all? Okay.
I've never been a violent person in my life.
But investigators have to square this statement with a crime scene so appalling that puddles of blood were found in the basement, having leaked through the floor.
We already forgave you because we know that maybe your hands did that, but your mind did not do that, okay? Not like one day you woke up and didn't sit in the door jam anymore. That's not the case.
No, not at all.
You did not feel a boy emotionally. You were the one after that thing in your head. So I know that hurt that.
Do you remember where everything started in the house? Did it start upstairs in the upper second floor?
What?
Whatever happened with you and Jim in the house?
We were just hanging out.
Yeah. And what happened after that?
I need help.
I don't think it was his fault. You know, he did in the front corner. 3 times he tried to wanted to die. Just going Rick, you know, how many mom that he was going on a hearing phase, and you know,
How recent is that?
within the last 2 months, 3 months, and then they keep releasing him. They keep him for 3 days, and he literally begged Ophio, if you let me out, I'm gonna hurt myself, I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Matt, where was the bat at? Did you have to go get it in the garage? You did? What else? Go through it. What else? What happened? Go through it.
You know what happened.
Tell me what happened. I want you to know. I want to know what you know.
I didn't mean to do it.
Okay.
I really didn't.
Believe me. I know you didn't. Nobody would. Walk me through it. We'll do it real quick and be done with it.
There's nothing to talk about.
Well, there's a little bit to talk about. Okay? I know you didn't mean to do it. You went back in the house. Did you ever have the bat with you when you went back in the house? And then what?
I'm not talking about it.
As detectives press deeper, jagged fractures split his timeline wide open. The hazy excuses and frantic gaps begin to dissolve, exposing a chilling, calculating reality. This wasn't a sudden break from sanity, but a deliberate, cold-blooded execution.
Do you blame Matt?
For killing him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you blame his mental illness or do you blame Matt?
I mean, when this first happened, I was all downhill about the mental illness part of it and the medicine, but like I said, I was talking to Janice last night and her putting into perspective of the only way he's gonna hurt Sam is to take her son. I feel like it was him.
In an interview with a forensic psychiatrist, Matt said of that day, "I was pretending that I was okay, as if I'm not hearing voices sitting upstairs with him, crying, asking God to make this stop. Voices told me to kill him and go downstairs and grab a circular saw and cut my head off. I guess I grabbed a bat and went inside and killed him.
So, while we're walking, he's smoking a cigarette, and he's telling me about his son. And I'm like, what's wrong with him? And he's like, you know, he has some issues. He was like, I would rather see him dead than to suffer. I said, what? I was like, what the make you say something like that, man? Like that's your son. He was like, oh, no, never mind, man. He was like, you know, I'm just frustrated and a little bit angry. He was like, you know, I didn't mean to say that.
Another resident of the facility confirms the story.
Told him, okay, well, his son, because he's autistic, and everyone was like, hey, cool, you know, like, why do you say like that?
He talked about killing his son. Why?
Because he was autistic, and it put a damper on his life.
Put a damper on whose life?
On Matthew's. I heard that 911 call. Just ate me alive, man. I just killed my son. How did you do that? I beat him with a bat. He always told us he was going to beat him or choke him to death.
He said he was going to beat him or choke him to death?
Because it would just come up out of nowhere. Like, my son needs to die. Like, what the Where did that come from, dude? Sick. I still see his face. His tattoo.
Alright. Matt, can you tell me, was doing anything that annoyed you yesterday?
No, never in my life.
What would Jack say about you?
Loved me.
He did?
Yeah.
I have no doubt he did. No doubt. Sometimes things just happen where you lose all control. Is that what happened yesterday?
What?
Did you just lose control?
No.
No?
The horrific details laid bare in Jackson's autopsy. A 9.5-inch laceration and a skull crushed beyond recognition, leave you staring into an unthinkable, heart-wrenching void. How does a father transform into a monster capable of inflicting such unspeakable violence on his own flesh and blood? And what fatal warning signs were missed in those final desperate hours? Subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss part 2, where we dive into the chilling interrogation tapes, dissect the mind of Matt Ponomarenko, and uncover the brutal answer to how this nightmare truly began. Right back to that unsuspecting, innocent voice on the very first recording. Rest in peace, sweet Jackson. May your soft, innocent voice forever echo in a place of peace, far beyond the unimaginable darkness of this world. Though your time was stolen far too soon, you will never be forgotten.